Hello and welcome, my name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War video. Today, we are doing my third Prestige video. I just hit third Prestige not too long ago. Of course, I am level 50 and we are going to be going through my classes as well as through some of my stats and unlocking one of my items with my Prestige keys. So this should be a fun video, and then of course I'll play my first game after all that is all said and done. So let's go ahead and get into this. So starting off here with my first class, I have myself the XM4 class that I'm actually not going to cover here because I want this to be, this is going to be a best class setup video here very, very shortly. You can see one of the attachments on there, but I want this to be a best class setup video here very, very soon, so I'm not going to show you guys this class because I want that to be the best class setup. So for my next class, I have the FAMAS, or the FFR, whatever you want to call it, using the ground patrol blueprint, which might be a video here very shortly. And I have the infantry compensator, the 19.5 inch reinforced heavy barrel, the foregrip, the 34 round magazine, and the tactical stock, the silent nod magnum, or yeah, the silent nod magnum as my secondary, which comes with the sound suppressor, the 5.9 inch cavalry lancer barrel, and the speed tape. Now, actually, one thing that's very, very interesting and different from this Prestige, from my Prestige 2 video, is that since I have hit Prestige 2, I have switched my secondary to primarily the Magnum. And the reason why I switched to the Magnum over the other shotguns in this game, which are widely used, is because the Magnum actually has a quicker fire rate than the shotguns do, and it takes about the same amount of ammo to kill somebody with this Magnum as it does a shotgun. So a lot of the time when you're using the shotgun, the Howler, or the Spaz, it takes 2 to 4 shots to kill someone. However, the Magnum is always a 2-shot kill, shoots faster, and I actually find the Magnum to actually be more reliable than the shotguns, which is something very, very interesting that I actually discovered here a little bit ago. I was like, the Magnum kills in 2 shots, might as well use this, and it actually worked really, really well. Now, I'm not going to go through all this stuff. I'm only going to go through this once per video because this will be a really long video, and these videos tend to get kind of boring if they're too long. So very, very quickly, the tactical and lethal that I pretty much use exclusively, as well as the field upgrade, is the stim shot, the semtex, the field mic. Then for my perks, this has barely changed since the game came out. Flashjack, tactical mask, scavenger, and instead of gearhead, I use assassin. And then for my perk 3s, I use Ghost and Ninja. Those are pretty much the only perks I use. With the perk Greed Wildcard on all the classes, you'll see a pattern as we go on, which is why I'm not going to cover it more than once. And that's just what I use. I've used that since the game came out, and that has not changed in my second Prestige. Now, here next I have my Bullfrog class, which I actually did a video on yesterday, which I think is one of the most underrated SMGs in the entire game. But I have the sound suppressor, the VDV reinforced barrel, the Spetsnaz grip, the drop shot wrap, and finally the wire stock. This is the class I was using yesterday. Again, same thing, only difference here is that I have the proximity mine instead of the field mic, not field upgrade, field mic. Next I have my KSP class. Again, this is the same class from a previous live episode. Have the muzzle brake .45 APC, the 10.5 inch reinforced heavy barrel, probably the best barrel in the game for SMGs. I mean, this one sounds good, but all those negatives make it really, really bad. So this is definitely, in my opinion, the best barrel in the game. The third barrel that you unlock for every weapon is the best one. That's just my opinion. Next we have ourselves the front grip, the field tape, and then finally, last but not least, we have ourselves the wire stock. And one thing of note with this is that the sprint to fire time attachments are something that I've really, really been experimenting with in this game, and I've actually found them to be even better than a attachment that improves your aim down sight speed. I don't know why or what the difference is with this with these type of attachments, but I've noticed a massive difference, and it feels incredible having that quicker sprint to fire time, especially when you're using an SMG. You're going to be in those close range engagements. It's nice to have that, and I've definitely noticed a huge difference in my gameplay using this with SMGs. Next, for my Custom Class 5, I have my Milano Class. This is a very, very underrated SMG as well. May do a live episode on this pretty soon, but I also have a blueprint review video that I can do with this as well, so might do that pretty soon also. And for the attachments, I've gone for the sound suppressor, the 10.1 inch reinforced heavy barrel, the foregrip, the 45 round speed mag, and then last but not least, the Raider stock. This is actually a excavator blueprint, and the Raider stock is actually the last attachment that you get, but it actually comes with the blueprint, and it gives you an improved 30% to sprint to fire time and a plus 10% to aim walking movement speed. And that's the biggest thing with this class, is what makes this class so good is this attachment right here. And I really, really like that attachment. Again, the sprint to fire speed is something that you'll see on pretty much all of my SMG classes from now on in these prestige videos. Next, I have my Iron Curtain AK47 class, probably the best AR in the game. Again, I will have a weapon comparison video between this weapon and the Krig very, very shortly, because I think those are the two best ARs in the game from a public match standpoint. So we'll look out for that video very, very shortly. But I have the Microflex LED sight, the VDV reinforced barrel, of course, the foregrip, the Groza elastic wrap handle, which comes with this blueprint, and then the tactical stock as well. Again, I'm not using sprint to fire speed on the ARs, which is pretty useful until I get this one. No, this one. Yeah, until I get this one. Then I'll probably be using that exclusively. But again, I'm working slowly but surely through these weapons. Again, I haven't played much Cold War lately. I'm trying to get back into Call of Duty a little bit more. I've been playing a lot of single player games that I'll probably continue, but I want to try and play a little bit more Call of Duty every day, just so that I can, get back into this game a little bit more. Next, I have the Silent Nod Magnum once again. Same deal. Love having that Magnum over the shotguns. The Magnum does have a little bit more recoil than the shotguns do, but I just find it to be more reliable from those close range engagements. Now I have the QCZ Class, which is the cross-check blueprint. And I have the Agency Suppressor. This is actually mostly built up of the blueprint itself. I think the only attachment that's not the same is the foregrip, so that's the class I've been rocking with the QCZ. Don't use this weapon too much. Really liked it in the beta. Haven't used it very much since, but again, I'm working on it. Again, trying to play a little bit more of this game. Next, I have my AK74U class. This is the class setup that I did a little bit ago, and it is an absolutely amazing weapon. I actually put the KGB skeletal stock on this weapon to give this a try in a match here shortly. Probably right after I record this video, I'll give this weapon a try for the gameplay. But because probably won't use it for the gameplay because I've used this in 3 videos, so probably won't use this for the gameplay right after this. But definitely over this weekend, I'll give this a go and see how good it is, because the original class I think had a handle, not one of these, so definitely gonna give that a go. But I have the KGB Eliminator muzzle, the VDV reinforced barrel, of course, the Spetsnaz grip, the 40 round drum, and finally the KGB skeletal stock. Again, everything the same here besides my secondary, which is different. Here I have my MP5 class. Now this is a weapon that is still really strong in this game. It got nerfed, but it's still super, super good. I talked about that in one of my best gameplays of this game. I have the SOCOM Eliminator muzzle, the 9.5 inch reinforced heavy barrel, the Field Agent grip, the mag 40 round drum, and then last but not least I have the SASR jungle grip, and then of course the Silent Nod, and the same stuff over here. And now here's my blueprint review class. This is where I put all of my blueprints for every single video I make. Just have a reserved class spot for that so that I don't accidentally switch out a class with that weapon. So this is my blueprint review class. This is the previous blueprint that I did, the collector's item blueprint. Nothing really to show here. This is just where I have my blueprint review class, which is kind of a fun fact for you guys. Now here's where I'm going to have my DLC weapons for the remainder of the game's life cycle, the Groza and the MAC-10. For the MAC-10, I will get a class setup on this very soon as well, but I've gone for the SOCOM Eliminator muzzle, the 6.5 inch rifled barrel, the foregrip, the 43 round drum, and finally the wire stock. Again, that's sprint to fire time. Absolutely loving that in Call of Duty right now, but again, we'll work on a class setup here on this weapon at some point very, very shortly. And then again, all this stuff here. I don't really use this class that much. I haven't used it, but again, I haven't really played that much Call of Duty, I must admit. I played maybe I played maybe 2 hours of Call of Duty in 7 days in a week, so haven't really played this game that much. But again, I'm hoping to get much more into Call of Duty here very, very shortly. And then I have my Groza class here, which is another class I've been experimenting with. Again, I will have a best class setup video on this at some point throughout this game's life cycle, but I've gone for the suppressor, the Groza composite barrel, the foregrip, the 40 round drum, and finally the marathon stock. Trying that sprint to fire time on an AR. It's the first time I've done that. And those are all of my classes for this prestige. They probably won't change too much, but if they do change, I'll obviously show you guys that in the next video. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys my stats, which are over here. Yep, here's my combat record for multiplayer, because this is all I've played for this 3rd prestige. I have 1 day, 19 hours, and 2 minutes. That's how long it took me to get to prestige 3. I don't know if that's quick or not, don't really know, but that's all I put into multiplayer. I played 425 games, have a 0.75 win-loss ratio, which is 153 wins and 204 losses, and a 1 win streak. For those of you guys who don't know, early in this game's life cycle, I had a 4 win-loss, because you could leave games and it wouldn't count towards your win-loss ratio. So that's why it's down a lot, because I play solo, I play objective game modes. My teammates don't really play the objective that much sometimes. I don't play the objective sometimes. I'm kind of guilty of that myself. So that's why it's so low, but there we go. 0.75 doesn't really matter. One thing that's actually gone up a lot since the last prestige is I have a 1.72 elim to death ratio, which has gone up a lot. I actually had a couple of really good gameplays, specifically one good gameplay, which I'll talk about here in a second, that kind of boosted my KD up quite a bit. So now up to a 1.72. If I can get that up to a 2 elim to death ratio, I'd be very, very happy with that. Don't know what my KD is in COD Tracker without elim to death, but I'm very, very happy with that. Almost 10,000 kills, about 2,000 kills away. My score per minute is a 549, which is definitely the highest it's ever been, but that's because of the score streak system, so I'm not really counting this game as my highest as a score per minute. Next, I have 20 eliminations per game on average, and my highest kill streak is a 24. I actually did that today, not too long ago, and I absolutely went in, and I got a very, very dumb death. I was actually going for nuclear. Well, I wasn't going for nuclear, but I saw that I was on a 20 gun streak, and then I decided to go for nuclear. I'll probably show that intro clip, actually an intro clip from that match here in the beginning of this video, but unfortunately I got a dumb death, but it is what it is. 24 kill streak, happily will take that. Maybe I'll get a nuclear this year's life cycle, who knows. I don't reverse boost or anything, so if I get one, I get one. If I don't, I don't. My top 3 weapons are the AK74U, the XM4, and the Milano. Definitely happy with that. Nothing too broken, nothing too overpowered. And then as far as KD goes, somehow the M82 and the Diamante are my highest guns. But actually, for guns that I use a lot, the MAC-10 is the highest KD with those weapons. So now we have all that out of the way, I will go ahead and head over to the Prestige shop, where I will be getting something for my Prestige. So I can only pick one of these right now. One of these calling cards right now, because I am not Prestige Master. I could pick one of these if I wanted to. Up to Prestige 3, I believe. Yeah, up to Prestige 3, I can pick one of these. What should I pick? I really like that. Black Ops 1 Prestige 3, really? I did not know that was from that game. Let's see. I would put it in the comments and ask you guys to pick it for me, but I don't think anybody would leave a comment. So I think what I'm going to do, I already picked TDM and Domination Master from Black Ops 2. Should I go with I should go with a Black Ops 1 calling card, I'm thinking. I think I'm going to go with, I think I'm honestly going to go with this one over here. Yep, let's do it. Purchase. Boom. Alright, well that is my Prestige 2 or my Prestige 3 calling card that I'm going to rock for a little while. And it looks pretty dang awesome. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. Yep, that looks pretty dang awesome. So now, as long as this video hasn't been going on for too long, I'm going to go ahead and close this really quick. As long as this video hasn't been going for too long, I'll probably play another game. And this video's already been 14 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video there. I apologize that it might have been a boring video. But if I were to play a game, then the video would be super long. I don't think anybody wants to watch a 20-minute stats video, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. So there we go, guys. That's going to do it for my Prestige 3 video. For Prestige 4, I'll try and get through it a little bit quicker, and I'll play my first game for you guys live, but I guess I was in a rambling mood today. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like rating is always appreciated. If you want to check out any of my other previous Prestige videos, I will leave them linked down below within the playlist in the description, as well as my previous Prestige video will be at the end of the video as well, so you guys can see my progression from Prestige 2 to 3. I'll see you guys all on another Call of Duty video very soon.